All right, guys, today I'm here to talk about something a little different with the X360 and my camera equipment. So typically I shoot with the X3 Insta360, and I like to use my power stick so that I have my buttons that I can function with my thumb and record and turn on and off by holding it with the stick, along with having this on there. So that's my go-to. I upgraded to the DJI Microphone Set, as you can see here, and it's great. I love it, except for I couldn't find anything that was keeping it compatible with the power stick and the 360 staying invisible. So after doing some research, I found some of these options that there was for the Rogue that you could have plugged in and have the stick. Couldn't find it for the DJI setup because it's a little different. So basically, I reached out to X-Mount 360 after seeing they had a lot of these cool options that were very innovative and making some things compatible with the X3. So I talked to Steven a little bit. Steven said that they had this new cage coming out and it was going to be the perfect thing for it. After doing some looking, I came to grips with weighing out the price. A cage might be a good option after just looking at some of the mount attachments for the actual receiver. So I was like, I'm open to a cage, that sounds great. And we were able to get a hold of one. So Steven sent me one out. He has a background in photography. He said he ran into the same issue. He seemed like he was a super cool guy and just wanted to help kind of the market and help people that were in my situation. So anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead, open this up, and check it out. So after looking at a few other cages, after thinking maybe I could just get a cage and mount the DJI to the cage, I found a few different options. There was just not really exactly what I was looking for. I like to keep everything pretty clean and tight, like I said, so it doesn't wiggle out of my frame if I'm riding bikes or anything like that. So I came back and they just have a lot better option going on with it sitting on top. So right off the bat, we do see that they have biodegradable bagging. I love that. Super nice, presentable off the bat. We see this bag, and I like this bag a lot more than I'm liking this bag. So getting into it, we can see the cage here right off the bat coming out with the bag. And we do have the cage here itself. So first look at the cage, we can see it does have like most of the cages, and that is sturdy. I saw a lot of reviews of other ones that are wiggly or flex in. I'm actually really impressed with that. That looks really nice. That feels like it's magnetized also, so they're staying magnetized in there. Beautiful. Looks very nice right off the bat, and there is the golden ticket. So as we can see with, like I talked about, other cages, they just didn't have the option for the receiver to mount somewhere without being in the way of plugging in my cable. So this is going to be the answer. This is, this seems terrific. So I'm excited to see that. We have that comes with it here. Cable. Again, like I said, I like cleanliness, so I assume we're going to pop that to there, or whatever, vice versa. And that's going to be terrific. And then we also have an Allen key and another mount option. So it's actually pretty good setup here. And you can, do that sideways mount on either side, it looks like, which is great. So love to see that. They have designed this along with a lot of other mounts. So check out their website. You can see up here, and they do have a lot of cool stuff for 360s. Anyway, this is X-Mount 360. So yes, Steven and Martin over there, who actually Steven kind of came across the problem and I think kind of designed, and Martin helped to make it happen. So somewhere between the two of them, thank you guys for making this happen. Otherwise, I was in a tough spot. You know, I really didn't have any options that I was in love with to be able to keep my power stick along with my full setup here. So I'm thrilled with that. Let's go ahead and get this onto the actual X3, and then we'll pull the receiver off the camera you guys are on, and we'll mount it on here and see how it looks. First time sliding it into place. I don't know if it matters what way or not, so we'll just kind of slip her in and see what happens. Nice tight fit, slid right in, beautiful. Screws in. I did notice there is some padding as well on the bottoms. So we do have that padding, and locks in very well. You can see it's in there tight. I think I could almost crank this down a little more if I get a gripper out. So not very heavy. I don't feel like it's a lot more heavy. That feels about what it was. Obviously a little weight added here. So we'll go ahead and just add this right back on here. Super easy. I love how easy that just was to do. All right. So we got the camera off the stick. We got the cage screwed right back on here. Easy, just like so. We know how that works. So we do want to make sure that we are putting it in correctly, the right way, so that this lines up with this on this side and the screen facing like this, like you guys can see here. We'll pop that on there. Screws in very nice and tight and secure. All right, and that thing is on there. It feels great. And then I'm just going to go ahead and reattach this little setup that I have here. We're in, we're charging. Love it. We're back on our power stick, and we have taken the receiver off of this camera. And we are just going to go ahead and throw it on here. Now, this is directional, I have noticed. So, just like if you're familiar with these attachments. And we'll go ahead and slide that right on there. Very tight fit, felt very nice. And then we'll make sure that we plug it into the out, of course. And I think actually I must have that wrong, so it stays out of frame here. Like Steven has showed me before, we can always look and make sure that our frame is not catching any wires sticking out like that. So, of course, have no cords anywhere to see. We are running with our microphone showing up there. The power stick is probably dead, but we can see it is plugged in. So this is it. This is the ultimate setup, exactly what I was looking for, to be able to have these microphones with this camera setup with this power stick. I do want to point out another cool feature to me to this is I can go ahead and just unplug, and I can take this camera on the go or change onto another stick. With the other options, you will have to have a little attachment in between, and you'll have that little piece coming out. So I really like that this makes this one unit and really changes it into that one fast unit, to be able to get the stick out on the 10-foot stick from my selfie, my power stick. I can change to this really fast, throw this out, still have my mic connected and sounding like it's close. So I think that's a great feature. This is really an upgrade for the X3. I feel this is a terrific upgrade. I am super happy with it. I'm excited to get it out and get a little testing in, but this is phenomenal. This is just what I wanted. It's very clean, and it gives me that options too. Maybe I could change some mounting angles and get some cameras a little set different and not shake as much on my chest mount as well, because with it mounted like this, it likes to wiggle a lot. So with the side mount, I assume I actually might get some better footage with that as well. So that's awesome. Thank you guys at XMount360. Now we do have a 15% discount code for this cage, and it is Razor Crew. So if you're familiar and you're a follower, you already know we're the Razor Crew, riding razors, electric bikes, and everything. So that is what we are talking about here. But I needed a good solution, and X mount was terrific to kind of resolve that issue for me. So I'm actually stoked with this. I'm probably just gonna leave this out all day just to look at it because it's beautiful. And it's snowing out today, so hopefully we'll be able to get on a bike when that clears up. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.